Hey group, this is Paul. I just wanted to send you guys another short video that shows you how to configure your Facebook page settings so that once your bot is up and running, it will perform the way that we expect it to. So um, enjoy the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the group.
For this lesson, I want to go over real quick some settings that you want to make sure that are, for lack of better saying, set correctly on your Facebook page, so that way you don't have issues with your ManyChat bot or any bot that you have connected to your page, to make sure that things are working correctly, that you're not getting random messages that are being sent out that aren't located in your ManyChat dashboard, as well as having issues of saying that you can't reach a certain user right now. There's just some things that it's good to have these all put in place at the beginning, so you don't have to go back and try and troubleshoot and figure out the cause of a issue down the road. So on your Facebook page, go under settings. There's going to be a few areas that I touch upon here. So first, in the general settings here, this is general right here, you want to make sure that under messages that people can contact the page privately. Some people this is not turned on, and so obviously it would make it so it doesn't allow people to send messages to your page, would defeat the whole purpose of a bot, right? So if this is off, then make sure this is clicked to allow and then hit save changes. The other thing you want to make sure is that there are no age restrictions or no location restrictions, because that can cause issues as well where your bot will not fire. So I actually had a client I was trying to run a bot for, and there was an age restriction on their page, and so the bot wouldn't work. So it was pointless. So make sure you have these two visible for everyone. And that's all on the general settings. Then there's a couple more settings. First of all is under messaging, obviously. That would be a good one. It's loading here. Okay, so under settings here, you just want to go through here. This is just if you want to be able to send a message hitting the return key, like your personal messenger, you can have that on with yes. This is something that some people ask about a lot, asking if there's a setting that so you go to a Facebook page and their messenger box automatically pops up on their page saying that they're available to receive messages. So this is a great way to do that. You want to make sure you have that on. It might not show up at first when you first attach the bot, but once you start getting a lot of messages and obviously the bot is replying to messages constantly, then this will pop up as saying you're very responsive to messages. So here are a couple of things that you want to make sure you have off. So you don't want instant replies to anyone who messages your page. This is like a default reply. So if you have your default reply off on any chat page, but then there's a default reply happening, you want to come back here and make sure this is set to no. Same with this one. Set it to no. You don't want any of these response assistants on, because obviously your response assistant is ManyChat. So there's everything under messaging, and then the last part under the messenger platform. So here what I have is responses are partially automated with some support by people, because that is the truth. Unless your bot is completely automated and you don't even touch it, then you want to have this as a hybrid. And make sure that this is for your apps that you have just ManyChat. Make sure that you don't have any other messaging apps in here. If you have two bot apps, that can cause havoc and issues with messages being sent. So if you've tried feeling that you're on ManyChat or vice versa, make sure you only have one, because it, like I said, causes issues. And then this is some extra stuff that if you want to do, the customer matching, you can pay pretty much $100, and if you're in the US at least, and then you can end up having Facebook match customers to your page. So if you're hurting for potential clients. I mean, you pay $100 and see if that works. My suggestion is to go find clients and not have to spend $100. This whitelisted domains is pretty much where in your ManyChat website widget area where you have to list the domains that you want it to be on. Well, here they are. This is where they're at too. So if for some reason you need to edit these or remove some, you can come here and edit them and then hit save. The discover settings, this is where you can actually discover or submit your bot for the discover area where people can browse to find bots. So this is really great for if you have a bot that's really useful for people among, it's not necessarily location specific. So then that way, a lot of people can find it. For the info that you submit, it gives you, this is what you can select when you go through this whole edit thing. So this other thing is the visibility. So this will show, your page or bot in the discover section. If for some reason, and this has happened to some people, if for some reason your bot is being found and you're getting all these subscribers from like someplace in the Middle East and that's not your target market, and people are just subscribing to your bot, and I mean, I've heard some crazy stories of a bunch of just subscribers, 100 in a day, and they're messaging constantly, and there's it's a nightmare. So if you're running into that, don't change your page settings to be restricted location, because that will screw up your bot being able to send messages to people that you want to send it to. So instead, you want to probably come here and have it turned off. And if that is an issue that you have ran into where you're getting all these crazy subscribers from places that are not part of your target audience, let me know in the student group. There are some other things that can be done to help mitigate that and reduce that while it takes a while for the visibility when you turn it off to take it. So yeah, so that's pretty much the settings that you need to make sure that you have set up so that your bot will, for the most part, run smoothly as possible.